Good morning and welcome to my dining room. Don't worry, this isn't my dining room table. I haven't taken over completely and I'm not forcing my husband to eat in his recliner in the living room. This is a side table in front of the window in the dining room where I overwinter my plants that generally live outside during the year. But also it's where I divide things because I'm good at taking one plant and turning it into 50 plants and then not knowing what I'm going to do with 50 plants. So here I go, taking one plant and turning it into more plants. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to take one of these pups off of the aloe plant and I'm going to put it in this cup. This is a cup and saucer I got at auction, and I believe the pattern is from the 1920s, but I'd have to look it up again to know for sure. There's no value in this cup and saucer as a sale item on eBay. You see all that crackle in there? I hope you can see it. I can't tell if the camera is focusing or not. When I got that wet, because I had a cup of tea in this, it all expanded underneath the glaze. So the glaze is cracked. It's not good for drinking. So I'm going to turn it into a pot for a plant. Now it doesn't have a drainage hole, so I'm going to have to be careful how I water this. But another reason I have to be careful is because there's no vermiculite. This is pure potting soil. It's not made for succulents. Oops. But I've gotten good over the decades at making sure I don't overwater my plants. I pay attention to how they're behaving, and if they are looking dry, I give them a little bit of water. I kind of have a cycle where I water once a week, a few drops in my smaller pots and a little bit more in my larger pots. I do let them dry out on purpose sometimes, not completely, but enough that I know for sure I'm not getting any rot in the bottom of the containers, because I do repurpose a lot of things that aren't supposed to be used as planters, like cups, glasses, stemware, things like that. So this little pup here is actually a baby off of a baby. The original plant, I don't even know where the original plant is, but I've got no less than a dozen, actually probably closer to 20 babies off of the original plant that I got at the flea market. I think I paid $1 for the original plant. The lady had a bunch of babies there at the flea market. She was doing exactly what I'm doing, taking one plant, turning it into 50. So this little baby, this little pup is stuck to mama down below there. I usually use a knife, but I happen to have a fork here, so I'm just going to use my fork. Look at those nice roots on this pup. Those are beautiful. Okay, so I'm setting those down in here. How do you like the placemat? Changing the subject. Squirrel. The placemat came in a lot from the auction, and I didn't know it was down in the box, but dang, I like using it because I don't like putting dirt and moisture and stuff on this old antique oak table that we have in our dining room. So this is perfect. I'll just throw it in the wash when I'm done, and I'll have it for next time I decide to do some potting inside. It's raining outside today, so I'm not going out there to do it. This plant is officially potted. Look at how easy that was. And look at how cute it is. You know, I like to use these as housewarming gifts, or sometimes not a white elephant really, but a gift exchange. And what I'll do later is I'll go outside. I've got a bucket of rocks, and I'll end up putting rocks around it, similar to what I did here. Actually, exactly the same as what I did here. That'll help stabilize the plant until those roots really go down into the soil and establish themselves, and it'll just look nicer. So I'm going to go get some water now. This is my coffee station. How's that for coffee and tea and hot cocoa? Got a Keurig over there we picked up at a garage sale, and the water container I got the water out of also came from the same garage sale. Again, I don't want to give it too much water because there are no drainage holes. So I don't want to stress it out with too much water. So this little pup, except for adding the rocks, is done. And it's going to expand and get bigger. I'll show you. Here's a pot I put a bunch of babies in a while back, and they're all established now. They're doing really well. That's so cute. Got that at a thrift shop. Let's see. Here's another one. This came from Hobby Lobby. It was an after Thanksgiving sale, pre-Christmas. It was, I think, 75% off. So I don't know. I paid up a few pennies for the little cup, and then I put the succulent in it. Again, no drainage holes. So that's it. That's the planting this morning. Again, I'll just add the rocks, and then if I give it as a gift, I'll probably stick a little bow on it. I might put something fun in it, especially if I give it to one of my grandchildren. I like to buy these things too, box lots of these at the auction every now and then. I got this one. I got a whole bunch of these cute little plastic toys. So I put these in some of the plants as well. I'll do something fun if I give it as a gift. You guys have a great day. It's Wednesday. It's raining outside here in Northeast Tennessee. I know it's raining in all over the country. Well, at least that storm that's blowing across the country right now is bringing rain all over the place. We don't have a lot of wicked weather with this storm, but we do have a little bit of rain. So I'm inside mostly today, and just wanted to show you how I repot some of my aloe pups.